They say Parvati Valley in Himachal is peaceful, but too many never came back. Behind the mountains and the music, there is a hidden drug empire, illegal rave parties, and the long list of missing people. Some found dead, many never found at all. Foreign drug cartels, secret networks, strange disappearances, even talk of a serial killer. This is not the story tourists hear. This is the dark side of Parvati Valley. And we are going in. Deep in the Parvati Valley, there is a village that doesn't want to be touched. It's called Malana. Touch a wall, a temple, even a rock, or a person, and you are fined. They will perform a ritual to purify it. You are not allowed to shake hands. You can't even exchange money directly with the villagers. You know why? Tourists are told it's sacred, ancient. Locals say it's democratic, and social media calls it the last surviving colony of the Alexander the Great's army. But none of that holds up. Here is the truth. Malana claims to be one of the oldest democracies in the world. They have two local parliaments, Jeshthang and Kanishthang, but both report to one final authority, a village deity named Jamlu Rishi. Indian law doesn't apply here. They don't recognize it either. Outsiders are not just outsiders. They are considered impure. Their language is Kanashi. It's spoken only in Malana, nowhere else on earth. No script, no outside influence. And here is the kicker. It's not at all Greek. It's not even Indo-European. It's Sino-Tibetan. Linguistically closer to tribes from Kinnor and Uttarakhand than to anything in Europe. And that whole Alexander the Great story, there is no evidence. In 2010, DNA studies by Indu Talwar and Rajiv Girothi proved one thing. Malana is genetically isolated, but there is zero link to Macedonians. That theory came from British travel writers and later tourist guides looking to sell stories. It stuck because it made money. So what is Malana really hiding? Cannabis, hashish. Malana claims one of the most potent hashish raisins in the world. Grown without chemicals in high altitudes, hand-wrapped and exported through illegal networks. It has won awards in international forums in Amsterdam. It sells for more than gold. Locals say it's tradition. Really? Maybe. But it's also $1 million underground economy. For decades, Malana used myth to mask what it really is. A closed, self-governed, drug-producing fortress. No police, no outsider, no cameras. Even now, enforcement is minimal. The terrain is dangerous. The people are silent. Everyone knows the rules. This is not Greece. It's not a holy village lost in time. It's a system built on secrecy, rituals, cash, and hash. This is Malana, and this is At the Shadow Story Begins. To some, Malana cream is a souvenir. To others, it's gold dust. And to the global narcotics market, it's product worth million. Hand rubbed at high altitude, born from wild cannabis and packed with THC. Malana cream is considered one of the purest and strongest cannabis resins in the world. It has won international awards, sold in Amsterdam, smoked in Tel Aviv, and grown right here in a remote Himalayan village. Locally, it sells for between $20 to $100 per 10 grams, but abroad, it's up to $30,000 per kilo. That's more than gold. This is not a side hustle. It's a full-scale drug economy. Every year, the village pumps out 60,000 kilograms of hashish and another 30,000 kilograms of opium. Entire village survive on this, and some live lavishly off it. But the hands that roll the cream, they are not all Indians. The network includes Israeli dealers stationed in Kasol, French and British tourists turned traffickers, Nigerians in Delhi managing synthetic drug supply line, and local growers who know the mountains better than any map. Together, they move shipments through Chandrakani Pass, down the Kasol-Bunta Delhi road, and then out to cities like London, Amsterdam, Dubai, Tel Aviv. They launder profit through UPI apps, burner phone, and even crypto wallets, and they trade in millions. And when the cops step in April 24, Delhi police busted a ring run by a Kasol waiter, a Gujarat homemaker, and a Kyrgyz interior designer. Hashish worth $10 million was seized, but that's just one link in the chain. Between January and March 2025, Himachal police seized 103 kgs of hashish and filed 597 narcotics cases. The state passed new laws, Organized Crime Bill, the Addiction and Control Act, and launched special task forces. But here is the truth. The product still grows, and the valley keeps moving its hash because the network evolves faster than the law. Malana is no longer just a village. It's a brand, a hub, and a borderless empire, and it's hiding in plain sight. Malana cream doesn't travel the world by accident. Behind every gram, there is a chain, tight, quiet, and built to survive. The drug economy in Parvati Valley is not run by a single cartel. It's a decentralized network. First, the couriers. They are mostly migrants from Bihar and Nepal, poor, invisible, and replaceable. Then comes the handler, locals from villages like Rasol, Pulga, Kalga. They know the terrain. They move the goods down to Kasol and Bhantar. Some poses as homestay owners. Some run cafes. Some just stay quiet and get paid. Now the outsiders, foreign nationals. Not all of them are tourists. Some live here for years. Israelis run hostels and handles rave circuits. French and British travelers embed themselves into logistics. Nigerians in Delhi supply synthetic drugs and push heroin up into the hills. Forget highways. The network moves through places cops can't drive or survive. A narrow, vertical, and unguarded. Money doesn't move in briefcases anymore. It flows through digital networks and crypto wallets. No names, no paper trails. One group grows, one transports, one distributes, each part blind to other, but wired into the system. They never meet, but the network never breaks. And you know what people believe? Most of the foreign nationals running the syndicate are master of the trade. They are ex-Mossad, ex-KGB agent. Welcome to the shadow economy of the Himalayas. In the Parvati Valley, when the sun goes down, another economy wakes up. One built on flashing lights, trance beats, foreign names, and bags of hash. This is the rave circuit, and it's not just about dancing, it's about distribution. From Kasol to Pulga, from Tosh to Kalga, the party season kicks off every year between May and July, especially around full moon nights. These are not village bonfires. These are fully organized, ticketed, high-volume events. But what's behind the parties? Drugs, money, and a temporary world with no rules. Tickets cost between 1,000 and 2,000. Some parties attracts over 2,000 people with international DJs, light shows, tents, and sound systems airlifted into the hills. One of those events featured 75 artists and multi-stage setup. These are not underground anymore. These are mobile nightclubs in the middle of the deep Himalayan forest. And what is being sold here? Everything. Malana cream is a foundation. Easy to find, cheaper to move. But now you get MDMA, LSD, ecstasy, and heroin, often sourced from Nigerian networks in Delhi. But the most dangerous is Dhatura, a local plant. It causes hallucinations, psychosis, and in some cases death. Fall from cliffs. People walk into rivers. Many people vanish forever. These parties operate without permits, and by the time police arrive, if they do, everyone is gone. The valley is full of informers, local lookouts, foreign handlers, and even cab drivers relay real-time updates. The news of a police raid spreads faster than the music. In January 25, a woman was found dead in a Kasol hotel, foaming at the mouth. A case of suspected overdose. Other cases are even darker. Robberies near party sites, sexual assaults under influence, even murders, like the fatal stabbing of an Israeli tourist and German hikers shot in the woods. And who runs these parties? Sometimes it's locals, but more often it's foreigners on long stay visas. Israelis, Europeans, a few Americans embedded in the valley's economy. Kasol is called Mini Israel for a reason. Signs are in Hebrew. Some of the hostels and cafes are Israeli owned. Some of them double as drug supply and drop points. The rape pipelines doesn't end with the party. It connects to logistics. It creates demand. It moves drugs, people, and money. Cafes, homestays, scooter rentals are used to clean narco money. Authorities know this, but they can't always reach. The forests are dark. The terrain is steep. The many locals want to talk, either out of fear or profit. The valley's spiritual image is collapsing under neon lights and powder trails. The old gods are still here, but these days the temples are quieter than the parties. This is no longer a tourism problem. This is a supply chain. You have seen the smoke, but now it's time to walk into the fog. Because Parvati Valley isn't just about drugs and parties. It's about missing people. It's about predators who walk like seekers, and a silence that hides something far darker. In episode 2, we follow the trail of those who never came back, and we'll chase a mysterious serial killer roaming in the valley.